Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Betsy. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the process of making this Bubu dress with shoulder pleats. If this is something you are interested in, keep on watching, hit the subscribe button so that you get notified when I upload new videos. So let's get right into the video. For this tutorial, I'll be working with 4 yards of Ankara fabric and 1 yard of crepe fabric. Okay, now let's get right into the cutting process. Start by opening up your fabric like this, and next we need to measure the length of this fabric. So measuring this length, I realized that it's not even up to the length that I want, so I'll be working with the yardage part for the length. So basically just fold your fabric into two like this, all the way down to the length of your 4 yards of fabric. You can also measure the length that you want to work with and then fold it into two, but for me I'm working with 4 yards then before I fold it into two. So you just measure 4 yards of your Ankara fabric and then double it, so it's giving you 4 places. So when you open it up, we'll have one side that is going to serve for the front and the other side is going to serve for the back. So I've gone ahead to place my 4 yards of fabric. So one side is going to serve as the front and the other side is serve as the back. Next is to mark out our neck width. So the neck width we are working with is 3 inches. We'll go ahead and mark that down. Then the neck depth for the back will be 2 inches. Okay, so you go ahead and mark this down. Then go in with your curve ruler to connect that curve like you see me do. So I've gone ahead to do that. Now I want you to pay close attention to this. If your shoulder width is within the range of 13, 14 to 14.5, your distance from your neckline to that point, I'm going to be explaining it later on, would be 3 inches. And if your shoulder is within the range of 15, 16, 17, you make use of 4 inches. And if your shoulder is within the range of 18 upward, you make use of 4.5. All right, so for this client, her shoulder is 17 inches, so I'll be making use of 4 inches. Okay, so the 4 inches will be starting from the neckline towards this side. You mark that point down. So after marking that, that will be serving as for our pleats start. So the pleat width we'll be working with is 2 inches. We're going to mark that down and we'll mark another 2 inches, making it 4 inches. All right, so therefore when we pinch these two fabric like this is our pleats. Okay, I hope you understand. For a quick recap so you don't get confused, what I did here was 3 inches width for the neckline and 2 inches depth. I connected that with my curve ruler. Then the next thing I went out by from the neck point here, I went out by 4 inches because my client's neck width fall under 17. I marked that point out. Then I marked 2 inches for the pleat width outward like so, and I marked another 2 inches outward again, making it 4 inches. So as when we pleat it like so, our pleat will be starting from that 4 inches marked that we got before. I hope you understand. Now we'll be extending our lines downward. Okay, so just measure what we have here, 7 inches. We're going to mark it all the way to the hem of the fabric. Then we go in with our ruler to connect all of those points. Next, we'll go over to the other side and mark the 2 inches all the way to the down, and then we connect it again with our straight ruler. Repeat the same thing and mark it all around down and connect it with your straight ruler. So now when we pleat this fabric, this is what we are going to have. Remember, this pleat will be on the right side of the fabric and not on the wrong side. I'm only trying to illustrate it so that you don't forget how to do it when it's time. Okay, so the next measurement to be imputing is the shoulder to waist point. So the shoulder to waist for this client is 17 inches. I just went ahead to mark that point. Then I marked out the hip line, which is 9 inches. Then on that 9 inches mark, I will be marking her hip measurement divided by 4. Now take note that when we are measuring this, we first of all start the hip measurement divided by 4. We'll stop it on that 7 inches mark. Then we'll move over to the third line and continue our measurement, that's the remaining measurement, and mark that point. Okay, because when we pleat it, it's not going to affect it. So if you don't skip that, it's going to affect your measurement. The cloth is not going to fit your client. Next, we're going to add 2 inches ease allowance. Okay, next, we head over to the waistline and you mark the client's waist divided by 2. Now, if your client does not want it shapy, you can just use the hip circumference. But my client wants it shapy, so I just went ahead and divide her waist circumference by 4. Okay, so you just divide your client's waist circumference by 4. Whatever you get, you're going to mark it on this beginning line here. So when I measured here, I had 7 inches. I took it away and start from the third line, then marked out the waist, then added 2 inches ease allowance. Remember, ease allowance and seam allowance are different. Okay, so I marked that down and I connected it down to the waistline. So you can go in with your curve ruler and connect that down. Okay, the next measurement to be marking is the shoulder width. Remember, when you plait this, is going to affect it, so we are going to divide the shoulder by 2, and whatever we get, we're going to start it from the top of this point here and then move it to the third mark. Okay, and continue the shoulder point. Then from that new shoulder point, we're going to mark the length of our sleeve. So the length I'll be working with is 9 inches. I will just go ahead and mark that point down. Next, I'll go in with my ruler to extend that line downward like you see me do. On that line, we'll be imputing 10 inches because I don't want it too firm. All right, 10 inches work, 10 to 11 inches. So next, we'll be connecting it to the waistline. You can also go out by 4 inches from this point or 3 inches. Then you can now connect it down to the waist like you see me do. Okay, so ensure that you give it a nice curve. The next thing is to measure what we have for our hip all round like this. You're just going to extend it down to the hem and we're going to mark that point down. Next, we're going with our ruler to connect that all the way like so. So at this point, you can go ahead and add your seam allowance of 1/2 inch or 1 inch. Okay, for my clients, I will not be adding any seam allowance to hers. I'll be using the 2 inches, but I'll be sewing by 1/2 of an inch. So therefore, the ease allowance is 1.5 and 1/2 inch for seam allowance. Okay, remember that I did 2 inches ease allowance. So inside that 2 inches ease, I will be sewing by 1/2 inch. I'm leaving 1.5. I'm doing this because my client want hers a little bit fitted and not too free on her body. That is why I am sewing inside the ease allowance. So go ahead and add your seam allowance to yours. Okay, so now we can go ahead and cut on the neckline. Take note, we'll be cutting on both fabric, both the front and the back together. We are cutting the back neckline. All right, so all of these pleat lines that we did, we'll do the same thing for the other side and also the inside of the front. So I've gone ahead to do that both on the inside. The next thing is to cut through the side seam of the bubu. Okay, so after cutting that up, we need to focus on the front side. So remember I said this is the back and this other side is the front. So we are going to measure the width of our neckline. Remember we used 3 inches. We're going to mark that 3 inches all the way to the hem of the dress. Now go ahead and connect that with a straight ruler all the way to the hem. After connecting that, we'll be picking one part, which is the front part. Okay, so we're cutting just one and leaving the back part. So be careful when you are cutting. Do not cut the back, just cut only the front, just like you see me do. So this is what the front will look like and the back will also look like this. So the back is on fold, the front is slashed through. Okay, now we will focus on the pleat area. So this is how we are going to work on it. We're going to place right side facing each other like so. Okay, ensuring that everything is laying flat like this, and we'll be working on the pleat. Now take note that when I marked this line on the wrong side of my fabric because I do not want to start cleaning the right side of the fabric again. Going with your scissors and notch where the shoulder point is, we'll do the same thing for the other side like so. Next is to work on the pleat. So we'll be flipping this to the right side of the fabric so that we can pleat. And for us to do this, we'll be folding it like this. Let's assume this is the right side. We'll be folding it like this on the right side and we'll iron it down so that we're going to have a crease. Okay? So this is what I mean. This is the back of the Bubu dress, and you can see these points here. We have 3 points. You're going to fold it into two, making sure that those 2 points are matching each other. Then we'll go ahead with our iron to iron that down so that when we go to our machine, we can just mark the 2 inches and stitch that down. All right. So focus on that point, iron it down, ensuring that the two lines are meeting each other and one is at the middle before you iron it. Now this is for the front. Can you see? We ensure that the two lines are meeting each other before we ironed it down. So we'll be ironing this down all the way round to the top part of the fabric. Now that we have a crease, we'll just go in with our measuring tape and measure 2 inches and stitch it down. So I've gone ahead to do that. This is what I have. I stitched that pleat all the way around to the back part of the fabric too. Okay, now we need to focus on the neckline. Okay, well, before that, I'm going to show you how I fix in the sides before showing you the neckline. So I'll be adding a black fabric to the armhole. So this is how I will do it. First, I will measure what I have for my armhole. I placed it on fold and measure what I have. And what I have is 10 inches. That's equals to 20 inches. So I'm basically going to fold this crepe fabric into two and mark out 10 inches into two. So that 10, when you open it up, it will give you 20. So we are marking on fold 10 inches by 5 inches. Then we connect that down. We'll do the same thing again because we need 2 pieces of it and we connect that. Then we'll go ahead to cut through the strap. That strap will be adding it to the fabric. That's the Bubu sleeve. So basically just fold it into two and place it on the wrong side of the sleeve, stitch it by 0.5 inches, and then when we are done, we'll be stitching it down firmly. So we have done that. The next thing is to iron it down like you see me do, and then you go over to your machine to stitch that. I've gone ahead to do that and I did the same thing for the other sleeve. Next is to couple the side seam. Okay, so you can go ahead and trim off any form of excess from this side. So any excess you're trimming, trim it from the wrong side so that you can see it properly. You don't shorten your material. Now we'll go and couple in the inside. Okay, place right side facing each other and stitch on the side seam by 1/2 inches. Now back to the neckline, we'll be measuring from the hem of the dress just like you see me do all the way to the middle of the back neckline. What I got was 59 inches and we'll be needing two of these measurements because we measured from one edge to the other, so we need two of it. So we'll go ahead and cut that on a crepe fabric. So remember that when we cut out our neckline, we had 3 inches. We made use of 3 inches for the neck width. So that neck 3 inches is what we are going to be placing back on this crepe. But now we want to cut 2 pieces together. Remember I said we are going to cut the 59 inches 2 times. We want to cut it together and the 3 inches is on fold. When you open it up, you have 6 inches. Now we want to cut the two sides together. So we are going to fold our crepe to 6 inches or just make it 7 inches. 1/2 inch will go for seam allowance. Okay, so just place your fabric on fold and mark out 6 to 7 inches. Going with your iron and iron that down so that we have a straight line we're working with. Next is to go in with your scissors and cut through the edge like you see me do. Then slash through the other edge of the fabric so that we can have 2 pieces like this. Now that we have done that, go with your measuring tape and confirm that you have more than 59. So mine is 59. I ensure that I have up to 60. Okay, the next thing is to pick one piece and fold it into two. going with your iron it down just like I did. Now we have a crease when you open it up. The next thing I want you to take note of is to place these two fabric together like so, ensuring right sides are facing each other, okay, and we'll be stitching by 0.5 inches. We'll do that and come back. I would advise you to stitch twice. So I've gone ahead to do that. This is what we have, okay. We'll go over and open press that seam down so that it is flat. Now that is done, I want you to place right sides facing each other like so. All right, I've gone ahead to do that. So I want you to note that when you want to take your round neck measurement, you're going to place your tape round your neck all the way down and determine the wideness. So for my clients, what I'm using is 28 inches. I place this tape around her neck all the way to how I want it to be open and ensure that her neck can be easily passed through the 28 inches. After that, I'll go ahead and divide the 28 into 2, and I'm going to mark it down like you see me do on this point here. So from this point here all the way to the top is going to be open. Then here I'll stitch on the crease to the down. Now if you want just to have a slit, you can just measure where you want your slit to stop, okay, but I will not be adding slit on mine. I will just stitch on the crease line all the way down and come back. I've gone ahead to stitch that all the way to the down. So this is how we are going to turn it, okay. Take note of this. So you're just going to pick one side like so and another side like this, and then you flip it. So therefore we now have our neckline that is open and this lower part is closed all the way down. So you can go over and iron that down. I've ironed that down and this is how it looks. Now we need to go over and fix it to our fabric, okay. To stitch this to our fabric, okay, this is how we are going to do it. First we'll go to our main fabric and fold it into 2 and notch the middle of the neckline. Then pick the band that we did earlier and make sure that the seam line are meeting the notch area. So make sure both seam lines are together and are meeting the notch area. We'll go in with our pin and secure it down. Remember, we are stitching right side facing each other like so. So see the way I'm doing it, I'm stitching right side facing each other. So I'll just go in with my pin and secure it down all the way round. So just watch the way I am doing it. Then on the other side too, we are going to also distribute it all the way round like you see me do. So after pinning it down, we are going to go to our machine and stitch that by 0.5 inches all the way round, okay. Then when we are done, we'll flip it to the right side. I've gone ahead to do that. So this is what we have. The next thing is to work on the hem. So I'll just basically cut out the excess on that, okay. This excess here, I'll cut it out, then I'll fold in the hem and stitch that down. And do not forget to always iron as you sew. All right, that's basically all for this tutorial. I hope you find this video helpful. Please give it a like, comment, and also share to those that need it. And do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you become a member of my sewing family. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.